prevent them. Slid in. Superb shimmy then.
Well, when you want a player to beat a defender in a one-on-one, he is that boy.
Great strike. And they've got in to score here. Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. That volley flew in.
Ball's coming towards him. He's made his mind up early. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with that.
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 92 and today I am back with a brand new episode of my National Squad Builder series. And as you can tell by the title of the video and the name of the squad does, of course, could be Denmark. Now before any of you ask, yes, I do realise I have done a Denmark squad in the past. I think one of the first episodes of the NSB, but that was without any informs, lads, and it was a very cheap squad. So this one I'm going to revisit the Denmark nation and bring you the informs, and it's going to be a lot more expensive. We're going to start off with the goalkeeper, and we have the legend's son, that is Schmeichel. He is fantastic actually, lads. He's got such great reflexes. He's so good on one-on-ones. That's where he really does stand out to me and makes him one of the best goalkeepers that I've used in a very long time. Whenever he's one-on-one, he always seems to save it. He's got great acceleration as well, right off his line. If you bring him out, he'll always, 9 times out of 10, he'll win the ball when you bring him out holding that triangle button. Moving on to the next player, that's going to be Hansen. One of the few players that actually survived from the first squad. He's very decent right back. Nothing too special, nothing amazing, and wow, FIFA is going slow. But anyway, I'll just jump ahead and tell you who's going to be my next centre back, and that's going to be informed Daniel AGGER. And he is just an absolute monster. The one thing I will say about him that really takes away from his card is he's got high attack and work rate, which can be frustrating. And if he didn't have that, lads, he would definitely be my best centre-back to partner with Vidic, who I still stand by what I said and said he is the best defender I've ever used. So if he had high defensive work rate, he would be happily sitting alongside Vidic. But overall, he's very good, and his free kick is absolutely ridiculously powerful. Definitely try him out just for his free kicks alone. His defensive partner is no slouch either, and I'm not even going to try and say his name because he slaughtered me that last year in FIFA 12, and he slaughtered me again in FIFA 13. So I'm not going to try this guy's squad, but this is, I think this is his second in form, and it's very, very strong defensively. It doesn't go forward at all. He sort of covers for AGGER when AGGER pushes up too far forward. And speaking of pushing too far forward, this is going to be my left back. Now you're saying, Craig, I recognise this card, but not in left back. That's because he is a striker that got an informed card playing left back. No idea why. I don't know if these switched positions, because I remember Pizzini, if you remember, Pizzini used to play left back when he started his career and when he moved to striker. This guy sort of done the opposite, and as you saw there, he's good at doing that. That's what he's good at, doing 1-2s all the way up, so he gets forward and he just finishes brilliantly because of course he is a striker. I think he's got like 98 aggression, so he is good defensively, but when he does get caught in position, lads, it can be very frustrating. The next player is going to be Weist, and he's just an absolute overall tank. I loved him. He was sort of the heartbeat of this whole entire squad, lads. If I didn't have him in it, I did try a few games with another silver centre mid called Anderson, and he was good, lads. No disrespect to Anderson at all, but Vice really did elevate the squad, and he was just there to finish there. He was always in and around the box whenever you needed him, and he's got a lovely finish on him there. That was a close range finish from on-rushing goalkeeper. He just came straight out, and Vice had enough shot power, enough finishing just to slot it by him. The next player is going to be Romedal, and that was someone I really wanted to use. That's why I've tried the 4-5-1 formation, just so I can get the wingers and the CMs in there. And I've been wanting to use him for a long time. I remember his days at Charlton, and I've no idea why he's so slow. He should be at least 94, 95 because he still is one of the fastest players in the world. But I don't have any highlights for him, which is quite frustrating. But he was a good playmaker. He never scored any goals, but he was a good playmaker. Speaking of someone that scored some nice goals, this is going to be Fischker. And I was actually playing Colm Dembele or something his name is in the left mid for I think the first 6 or 7 games. Then I swapped him out for Fischker just because I wanted more attacking, and that's exactly what he did, lads. He's got an unbelievable shot, as you saw there. And here was a nice move by my centre attacking mid, you will see soon, and it shows how good his ball control is. That's an on-rushing ball, bulleting from the post when it's raining. That should have been a horrible first touch, but you see that he just traps it perfectly and just slots it in. That's what Fischker can do. He can change the game with his goals, but he also tracks back sometimes as well, and he's quite a decent height as well to help out. There's my left mid, the man who silenced Netherlands, as you probably most know him, and he is very good as well. He set up that unbelievable goal from the start with that long pass to ERIKSEN in the first highlight, but I just prefer Fischker just because he's sort of more of attacking left mid. My next player is going to be my favourite player last year, and that is going to be ERIKSEN. I loved him last year. I loved his Team of the Year card. That's probably where most of you know me from. I did make a Dutch League squad, and I think it got like 6k views or something in the first few months, which was insane. And in this game, this is his inform. His original card is very good. His inform is fantastic. He's just a bit more striker worthy. He just finishes everything, and that volley he scored in the first goal was absolutely amazing. I can't wait for his Team of the Year card. I will definitely be picking that up and making a few squads around him. So stay tuned for that if you're a big fan of ERIKSEN, just like I am. And I think that's going to be the last highlight from ERIKSEN. I do have a lot more, but I'm going to use some more highlights, etc. in my next few squads because I keep ERIKSEN and I build another squad around him. My next centre attacking mid, as you see, if you recognise this player, this is who I just scored with ERIKSEN just 2 seconds ago. He tried to do some skill moves, try and get a little bit cocky with his overly used Brazilian 3-5-2, and that's what happens when you try and act cocky with your 3-5-2. When you play against me, just pass it over him, and a lovely chip from not even Guinea. Tamed that freaking name. Holy crap, could they make these names any harder to say? I know I have a few Danish subscribers, so they'll tell me how to do that in the comments. I did actually play Scholl or something a few games as well. He's pretty good. He's decent, but he's not as good attacking as the other silver centre attacking mid, so that's why he's in there. And my striker's going to be no surprise at all, and that's going to be Big Bentner. Fantastic, world's best player in his own eyes, and in this game he's OP just like last year. He's great at finishing, he's good in the air, he's strong, he's quick enough to get by defenders, he's got good enough aggression to hold off the defenders, along with that strength, and his shot power is pretty good as well. And also there was a lovely chip hitting that CJ Novo 92 trademark chip. And here's another thing here, I've not really talked about. You have to develop a lot of your attack and play with this squad because it's not very offensive, lads. It's sort of a passing squad, a lot like Barcelona is in real life. Well, now, although they do score a lot of goals, but this is a more of a passing side. You have to build up the play. You've got to press L1 and X to get Bentner to run forward, and ERIKSEN there with a lovely through ball. Look at the chest control and a devastating finish from Bentner. And that's actually going to be the squad, lads. It's going to be updated. And before I forget, there's Andresen or something like that. He's decent as well. He did score a lovely goal for me, which the save file did corrupt. I'd have loved to chuck that in, but sadly it did corrupt. So I don't have that highlight. And before he's all forget, or before he's all freak out saying, Craig, where's Pizzini? Have you sold him? Of course not, lads. I just wanted to give him a bit more of an entrance because he is such a legend. Here he goes. Bam, 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 really quickly so you don't see my next squad. There you go. Bam, there's Pizzini. And let's get on to some of the all the information about the squad overall. The price of the squad was around 280k. PS3. Best players got to be ERIKSEN. Honourable mentions, Inform, AGGER and Weist. Weak link, none. Although I would say the defence sort of pushes up sometimes, and that can be frustrating. The overall verdict of this squad is going to be 9 out of 10. Definitely try this squad out if you can, lads. It's a lot more expensive than the cheap version I showed you earlier in the year, but in a way it's worth it, and in a way it's not. It can sometimes be caught out of possession, like I did say, and you've got to work a lot of the ball. You've got to be a good passer. You can't just be a pace holder. But as always, I've been CJ Novo 92. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.